Look, I suppose like everyone is on the call, the students are our central focus, and it's making sure that they have the most, the best learning opportunities and reap the most reward from their hard work. Like we've four rights here in the school: right to learn, right to be happy, right to be different, and the right to be heard. And I suppose it is the student voice that helps us decide on, the areas that we're going to focus on. I mentioned 2016 there earlier, and as part of our school self-evaluation, we surveyed the students around feedback. And at the time, just 12% of the students felt that they were given opportunities to give feedback to their teachers. So, and it's that whole two-way feedback piece. So I think when we reflect on 2016, digitally, we've come a long way since then. And COVID, I dare say, has sped up that process for from pretty much every school. And I think now we're in a really, really good space digitally. That's feedback can be through the digital space. It can be very efficient, can very time effective, and it's a good opportunity to use this technology to glean that information from the students and let their voice be heard. Because student confidence and competence in this digital space wasn't always really high. And I suppose we think of students as being digital natives and, they were nearly born with a phone in their hand. But when it comes to, using that technologies to support their own learning, they need a lot of guidance and support. Like when we started out on remote teaching and learning, like we would have surveyed the students around how their confidence levels were with regards to engaging in the online content. And they would have, like 34% of them would have deemed themselves to be confident in the online space. That figure now in 2021, in March 2021, when we surveyed them that figure rose to 78% of students
Wow.
being confident in the online space. So I think when you look at that data, when you give them the platform, through Teams, for example, to engage and to reflect on their learning and to utilize the technology that's available to us now, you really do harness results from that. And like, even tools like Flipgrid, for example, whereby they're using, voice notes, they're getting feedback from their teachers, and they're getting verbal feedback, because that's an aspect of feedback that they really appreciate. It's not always doesn't always have to be written feedback on a
Right.
test, for example. So it's kind of just looking at opportunities to open the dialogue and give the students the voice and let them be heard.